that keyboard stopping our coast. This shit way too big. When we pull up, give me the loot. Give me the loot. Was off the Remy, had up at post.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So, I've been holding this video off for a long time, but, well, not really too long. But today I'm going to be explaining how I knew I was pregnant and answering a Q&A. So let's get into it. Before I get started, I do want to say keep the negative comments out, and if you do not like what I say, then don't watch my YouTube. Okay, so the first thing I ever thought, I was like, okay, well, I missed my period, obviously. But then, in the bath, my hair started falling out, so I was like, okay, something isn't right, I didn't think of it. I was just going on with my day. I was like, maybe my hair is just falling out because of my shampoo. So it was not that. So I go to school one day and I tell my friends that I'm like, yo, do you think I could be pregnant? What's going on? And they're like, no, you guys use protection. And I was like, no, we didn't. But I was on birth control, right? So I was on birth control. And so, something just wasn't really clicking. There's no way I could be pregnant. I was on birth control. Birth control's amazing, right? So I eventually am like, oh, snap. Maybe I haven't been taking my pill every day. Or maybe I haven't taken it at the same time. Or maybe it's just not working. So I did not tell my mom. I did not tell anybody but my two close friends, and I was like, I think I might be. And I told Braden, he was like, no, there's no way. And so I had one of my friends get me a test and bring it to school that morning. And I was going to take it before school, but we ran out of time, so I took it in my first period class, and it came out positive. And I was like, no, this is probably a cheap one. There's no way. I was in shock. There's no way. And so then I took another one that same day. But that whole day in school, I was, freaking out. I talked to my teacher. I was like, what's this mean? She was like, oh, those lines are dark. And I will insert a clip of the test I took, the 3 most accurate. And they are just crazy. So let me go ahead and insert them. Okay, so yeah, that was my whole, day. I was telling my teacher, I was like, I can't do this work. She was like, it's fine, I understand. So, I was so scared. I knew, I just knew something wasn't right. And so it came out positive, and then I had my aunt pick me up from school that day. And then she took me home, and I didn't tell her. But then I called my friend again, and I was like, yo, I need another test. Why just take one test, right? And, I believed the first one, but I didn't. So I took the other test, and it was a clear blue. That shit was positive, too. So I was shook. I was crying so much. I was like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do about basketball? So I had to quit basketball. I was only in it for, it was my first year back to basketball, so it wasn't that long, but I had to quit basketball. I had to tell my family. Oh, let's just get into that story too. Okay, so the way I told my family, I told them all at separate times in different ways. So Braden's family kind of already knew, I guess, from rumors going around, which I don't know how that happened, but rumors got around, and so they already, had the idea. So they took us out to eat one night, and at this time we didn't know. And they're like, are you pregnant? I was like, no. No. And my face got really red at the dinner table, and me and Brandon looked at each other, and we kept laughing like it was a joke. And then a few days later, I took a test, and it was positive. So he told his mom and dad without me there, and so, I went next day. Yeah, he did. He told his parents, but, they didn't, really focus on it. And then his sister was doing sign language and everything, so I was like, what is it in sign language? Because at this point, I've talked to her she was like the only one I was really talking to about it. She was like, you need to tell them, like everything like that. So eventually, Brayden just did this silly sign language and his mom saw it. And she was like, no. And me and Brayden were like, yeah. And so that was kind of funny how he told them, but they're so supportive. I got home that night and I told my mom, this is so crazy. I walked in bawling my eyes out and I was like, I have something to tell you. Which I kind of feel like she like knew because I never just walk in my mom's house like that. And so she was like, what? And I was like, well, I think I'm pregnant. And she immediately like, I just told her like, I didn't know how else to say it. And so she put her hands like this and she went like this. And she was like, Kylie Nicole. And I was like, I know. Like, if you don't want me anymore, that's fine. If you want me to figure it out by myself, I will. And she was like, no. Like, I'm just in shock. But she was like, but you're going to have to tell your dad. I was like, oh my gosh, great. So me and my mom had a long talk. And then I got in the bath. And in the bath, I called my dad. And I told him. And he was like really calm about it. He was like, well, we'll get through it. And I was like, is this real life? Like, is this happening? Like, for one, I can't believe I'm pregnant at 15 years old. And for two, my dad is like not mad. Like, I'm sure they're disappointed, but she'll be here so soon now. And it's just so crazy. And then a few days later, we went to we called the doctor. And they couldn't get me in until like December 11th or something like that. And I told my mom November 12th. So it was really, really long. My mom just said something, I forget. But, so, like, the appointment was really, like, long. I would figure since I'm young, since I'm pregnant, like, they would get me in sooner, but it was, like, a whole month and a half later. So, we went to the doctor and we saw it, but by this point, my grandparents knew. So, we went to my mom's house, and we told my mama and papa, and they were, like, so in shock. I couldn't tell them. I was, like, crying, and so I just walked in the bathroom, and I was like, Mom, you have to tell them. Like, I can't do this. So, she told them, and then I told, like, my family from, like, far away on just text, and then, like, a lot of them called me. And no one did not support me. Like, everyone in my family, I'm so blessed for because they all support me. And I keep looking over here because there's, like, this wire spinning back and forth. But literally, everyone is so supportive. Both of my grandparents, both of my mom and dad, and my dad's girlfriend, and just everybody's so supportive. So, yeah, it was really scary. And, like, I thought my life was over. And I was like, I'm not going to be able to have fun anyways. Like, my sports are over, my school. And so I eventually told the school. And then I am now homeschooled because it's just way better. And school is just not cutting it for me. People were being mean. Like, I would get judged. But who cares, because now I know my life is just starting. And it's the biggest blessing ever. And I do not regret it. So let's get into the Q&A now. I'm dying of thirst. Okay, I don't have too many questions, but I do have like, I want to say like 20 maybe from my Instagram poll. So if you want me to do more videos or something like that, just comment below and I will try to. It took me forever to do this one because I've just been so busy trying to get everything ready. And so let's get into it. The first question is, what are you most excited for? My personal opinion is I'm most excited for the whole becoming a mom, seeing like how hard it is, seeing what it's like to be a mom, and like just to have someone like you and someone else made. That's so cool to me. And like I'm just so excited now that I have like all the support I do. If I didn't have support, I would still be really excited. It would just be hard because I talk about her all the time. Just want to talk about how beautiful she's going to be and all this. Excuse me. The next question is, how did you tell Bray? So that day I took the test in school, I texted him and I sent him a picture of it and I was like, Brayden. He was like, no, take another one today. I was like, I'm going to, but hello, this one says positive, like, what are we going to do? And he was like, oh my gosh, like, there's no way, I can't do this right now, we can't do this, we're too young, blah, blah, blah. And now we're like, it's going to be hard, but we got this, for sure. What is Bray most excited about being a dad? I wish he was with me right now, but he's at work. So I honestly don't know what he's most excited for, but I do know he's pretty excited. So I'm just going to leave it at that. Do you guys planning on moving in together once his baby is here? Yes, like we're basically living together now because we're always, it's like not focused. Okay. We're like always together now, but it's just not the way we want it to be, so the baby is going to be at my mom's for like the first couple of weeks because I want to be with my mom. And then Brayden's family is like setting up a nursery for her too. And we are currently working on that for her right now. But and my dad's house has a little nursery set up in my room to share her nursery out. My mom's is in a whole different room. And Brayden's family is like redoing the whole basement. So we are going to have like a schedule, like with our parents, I guess, but we're always going to be together for the baby. Hardest part about like the pregnancy, or I'm guessing the pregnancy, probably just like if you were insecure already and you get pregnant, it's going to be so hard because you don't know, like, you gain weight everywhere. My face is getting fat, literally. I've never had that before. You gain weight. You always have to pee. You are just not used to your body changing, but it's in such a beautiful way, so I just have to keep reminding myself that it's for the best. How did your families react? I basically told you in that long clip that they were all super supportive and that they all are excited now, and yeah. How did my parents react? It's like the same question. I just told you so. How did you find out what symptoms? So basically I told you in that too, but the symptoms I mainly had was just, and I started peeing a lot during the middle of the night, so I was like, something isn't right, like I never used to wake up, I'm such a heavy sleeper, my hair started falling out, I missed my period, and what else? My mood swings were really bad, and I was really emotional, but I'm already an emotional person now, before I got pregnant, so it was just all sorts of things at once. What am I naming her? That is a secret. I'm not revealing her name until she's like in the hospital, like we're giving birth, while I'm giving birth. But her nickname's Baby K and her middle name is Rose. I just think that's such a beautiful middle name, and her name is so cute, but it starts with a K, and no, it's not Kylie, because so many people have asked me, and I will just tell you that it's not Kylie. What is the toughest part about being pregnant? Okay, the toughest part is trying to keep yourself happy, trying to, like, be active, because when you're pregnant, you just want to lay all the time, but you have to try to be active. Keeping a relationship with your friends is hard, and, like, even the relationship with, like, your boyfriend or the father is hard, and so there's a lot that's hard, but I know that I'll get through it because God will help me. Is there any part of labor or delivery that scares you? Every part of it scares me. I'm not even gonna lie. I hate needles, so I do not want the epidural. And I've just heard bad stuff, but I want to do it all natural, so I'm gonna try. But if I get to the point and I'm not too late for the epidural, then I'm gonna let it give them to me. Let them give it to me. Okay. But yeah. The whole delivery part scares me. Are we nervous about becoming parents? Yes, we talk about it all the time. We're like, what if we aren't good enough? What if she doesn't like us? Like, blah, blah, blah. So yes, we are nervous. Have you gained a lot of weight? Currently, yes, because I'm currently almost 26 weeks, and when I got these questions I was like 20, so I know I suck at making these videos, but yes, I have gained currently 17 pounds, and I'm over halfway. I'm almost to 30 weeks. In 4 more weeks I'll be 30 weeks, and I have my glucose appointment, so I'm going to vlog that, and I'm going to upload it. And then I'm going to vlog my 3D ultrasound somehow, but we aren't allowed to put cameras in there, but I'm going to figure it out. But yes, I have gained 17 pounds, and I'm more than halfway. So honestly, that's not too bad, because I've heard stories like, I gained 80 pounds, like, you were gaining 40 in the first half, you know? But hopefully I bounce back. Has it changed your skin texture and skincare? Yes. Some days my face is like so glowy, and then sometimes I like use my stuff that I always use that makes my face so clear, and it makes me break out. Like right now my face is doing really well, so I hope she just lets my skin stay this way. I heard like wives' tales or whatever, like if it's a girl she takes all your beauty, which she probably will once she gets here because she's going to be perfect, but right now she's making mama glow, and I'm just really happy that my skin stayed this way. But some certain, like, say if I was like prescribed face medicine, I wouldn't be able to take that because the baby can't handle that medication, I'm guessing. So because you can only take like Tylenol and like one ibuprofen, like you can't take like a Benadryl every night if you used to. I've never been into pills, but just saying. What will you miss most about your pregnancy? Probably my belly and feeling her move, because that's so awesome. And like if I eat like dinner at 8 and then I'm hungry at 9, my mom's like, you just ate. I'm pregnant. Like I use that excuse so much. Like I'm pregnant, so I need to eat. But just feeling her move is like so awesome and so cool. So probably that and my belly. Has pregnancy changed yours and Brayden relationship? Yes. It's really good and bad. We're still together. We've had problems with like our relationships have problems, so I'm not really worried about that. He's definitely becoming more mature, and I'm becoming more mature, so like it's like, wow, we're growing up together and we hardly even know each other. Well, we've only been together for almost 9 months, so it's been like short, but then he's almost like, we've like grown up together. Like we've grown up together as adults. So yes, it has changed it, but I wouldn't regret anything. Are you having a baby shower? Yes, I'm currently planning 3. My dad is planning me one, my mom and his family is planning me one, which is awesome because I need the support, and I definitely will take anything in because she's so spoiled, but I just love getting baby stuff, so excuse me. And the last question is, who has been the most helpful to you during your pregnancy? Probably my family and Brayden, because like they don't understand, like the moms know what I'm going through. But Brayden is just always there for me. He always is there to listen. If I have something to rant about or something, he's always there. And he's like, it's going to be okay. And it's just so hard trying not to be an emotional person because your baby feels what you feel, period. But definitely my mom and his family and him, and even my dad and his girlfriend, all my families help me. There's not just one person, but Brayden has been a main help. But yeah, so just my family. But there's no more questions. I know this video was kind of me repeating myself a lot, but I didn't know what I was saying. I would forget what I say. Pregnancy brain, I guess. But I hope you enjoyed this video, so like and subscribe.